Meet the incredible 9-year-old mom. HowZoey Klein and her family are shattering norms, the little couple. Hello friends, I am Elena, welcome to my channel. For the latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. The world of reality television has introduced us to many unforgettable families, but few have left as lasting a mark as the Klein-Arnold family from the little couple. Over the years, viewers have watched Bill Klein, Dr. Jen Arnold, and their children Will and Zoe navigate life with humor, resilience, and love, breaking barriers and redefining what it means to be a family. But now, the spotlight shines even brighter on one family member, Zoey Klein, the dynamic and spirited 9-year-old whose story has taken the internet by storm. Of course, Zoe is not literally a mother in the traditional sense. Rather, she has captured hearts everywhere for the way she nurtures, cares, and takes charge in ways far beyond her years. She embodies qualities of love, responsibility, and leadership that have left people amazed. Those who follow the family's journey know this little girl has always had a spark, but recent moments shared by the family have shown the world just how extraordinary she truly is. Zoe's parents, Bill and Jen, have always encouraged their children to dream big and embrace life fully despite challenges. Both parents, who have dealt with their own health and medical struggles, have shown resilience in the face of adversity. As a result, Will and Zoe have grown up in a household where compassion, courage, and determination are everyday values. Zoe, in particular, seems to have absorbed these lessons deeply. Those close to the family often talk about her natural ability to lead with kindness. Whether it's helping her older brother Will with schoolwork, caring for younger cousins, or volunteering to assist with family chores, Zoe has taken on responsibilities far beyond what most expect from a 9-year-old. It's this maturity, combined with her fun-loving personality, that has led many to nickname her the little mom of the household. One story that touched fans' hearts involved Zoe stepping in to comfort a family friend's toddler who was upset during a gathering. While most children her age might have continued playing, Zoe noticed the little one crying and quickly offered help. She brought over a favorite toy, soothed the child with gentle words, and even convinced them to join the other kids in a game. It wasn't a big moment in terms of publicity, but it revealed so much about Zoe's natural instincts to care for others. Her mom, Dr. Jen Arnold, has shared in interviews how proud she is of Zoe's nurturing nature. Jen, a neonatologist who has dedicated her career to caring for children, sees a lot of herself in her daughter. She often mentions how Zoe watches her closely, learning how to handle situations with both empathy and confidence. It's clear that Zoe has inherited not only her mother's determination but also her deep compassion for others. Bill Klein, known for his sense of humor and playful personality, often jokes about how Zoe runs the house when mom and dad are busy. He loves to share stories of how she organizes game nights, makes sure everyone gets along, and even reminds him when it's time to take a break from work. To Bill, Zoe isn't just his little girl. She's also a budding leader with a heart of gold. What makes Zoe's story even more inspiring is her journey before joining the Klein-Arnold family. Adopted from India as a toddler, Zoe faced an entirely new world when she arrived in the United States. New surroundings, new people, and a completely different culture could have been overwhelming for any child. But Zoe adapted with remarkable courage and grace. Over the years, fans have watched her grow from a shy little girl into a confident, outspoken, and loving young lady. Her transformation has been nothing short of incredible. As the little couple documented family milestones, moves across states, medical challenges, school adventures, and more, viewers couldn't help but notice Zoe's growing independence. She excels in school, participates in extracurricular activities, and continues to build close friendships. Teachers have praised her for being helpful and kind to classmates, while friends often describe her as the one who always makes sure no one feels left out. The phrase "shattering norms" often comes up when people talk about Zoe, and for good reason. Society sometimes underestimates children, assuming they need to wait until adulthood to make an impact. But Zoe proves daily that age is no barrier to kindness, leadership, or responsibility. Whether she's helping with household tasks, supporting her brother, or lending a hand in the community, she shows that even the youngest among us can change the world in small but meaningful ways. Her parents have made it clear that they want both Will and Zoe to understand the importance of giving back. The family has participated in charitable events and supported causes related to adoption, medical research, and children's health. Zoe, watching her parents lead by example, has developed a strong sense of empathy for those in need. She has even expressed interest in one day helping children the way her mother does as a doctor. Fans of the little couple often comment on social media about how Zoe inspires them. Many say she gives them hope for the next generation, showing that today's kids can be thoughtful, caring, and proactive. Others share stories of how their own children look up to Zoe, seeing in her a role model for kindness and confidence. Of course, Zoe is still a child with a playful side. She loves music, dancing, and spending time with her friends. Her family often shares glimpses of her goofing around with Will, playing with pets, or enjoying family vacations. These moments remind everyone that while she may act mature beyond her years, she's also enjoying a happy, well-rounded childhood filled with laughter and love. As Zoe continues to grow, there's no doubt she will keep inspiring those around her. Her story is one of resilience, love, and the power of family. Bill and Jen have given her the tools to thrive, but it's Zoe's own spirit that shines brightest. The world may call her the little mom, but to those who know her best, she's simply Zoey Klein, a daughter, sister, friend, and young girl with a heart big enough to make a difference. Her journey reminds us that compassion knows no age, leadership has no size, and even a 9-year-old can teach the world about love, kindness, and courage. As the Klein-Arnold family moves forward, fans eagerly await the next chapter in their lives. One thing is certain: wherever life takes them, Zoe will continue to defy expectations, break barriers, and show the world that greatness can come in the smallest of packages. To give children with special needs a forever home filled with care and opportunities. Will was adopted from China in 2013, followed shortly by Zoe from India the same year. Both children had forms of dwarfism, just like Jen and Bill, which made the story even more personal. For many viewers, this was a perfect example of love breaking barriers and parents stepping up for kids who might otherwise face challenges, finding families willing to understand their unique needs. It was a story that felt hopeful, heartwarming, and inspirational. However, not everyone saw it this way, and this is where the division began. Some people questioned the ethics behind international adoptions. Critics argued that adopting children from other countries can sometimes involve complicated legal and cultural issues. There were online discussions about whether children from developing countries should be raised far from their birth cultures and whether international adoption agencies always operate ethically. Although no wrongdoing was ever linked to Jen and Bill, the fact that they were high-profile public figures meant every decision they made came under intense scrutiny. Another reason the adoption journey divided opinions was because of how much of it played out on television. Reality TV, by its very nature, blurs the lines between personal and public life. While many fans felt grateful to witness such a touching family moment, others believed the adoption process should have remained private. Some viewers felt uncomfortable watching such emotional and life-changing moments edited into episodes for ratings. These critics argued that adoption involves complex emotions for both the children and the parents, and turning it into entertainment risked oversimplifying or. On the other side, supporters argued that sharing the journey brought much-needed awareness to the realities of adoption, especially for children with special needs. Before the little couple, many people had little understanding of what the adoption process involved: home studies, legal hurdles, travel, and the emotional ups and downs along the way. By showing their story, Jen and Bill helped educate the public, inspire other families to consider adoption, and prove that children with disabilities deserve loving homes just like any other child. For many fans, the show wasn't exploiting the situation. It was normalizing adoption and showing the beauty of building families in different ways. Cultural identity also became a talking point. Will was adopted from China and Zoe from India, so some people raised concerns about how adopted children can maintain a connection to their heritage when growing up in a completely different cultural environment. Online debates erupted about whether Jen and Bill would be able to teach their kids about their birth countries, languages, and traditions. Some people felt strongly that adoptive parents have a responsibility to help children stay connected to their roots, while others believed that love and stability mattered far more than cultural ties. Then there was the topic of medical challenges. Both Will and Zoe, like Jen and Bill, have forms of skeletal dysplasia. Some fans applauded the couple for adopting children with special needs, pointing out how many such kids often get overlooked in adoption systems. They believed the Kleins were uniquely equipped to understand and support these children because of their own experiences living with dwarfism. But critics argued that the family's medical realities were shown on television in ways that might invite unwanted public opinions or judgments about the children's health, privacy, and future. Another layer to the debate was the speed of the adoptions. Because both Will and Zoe joined the family within the same year, some people questioned whether adopting two children so close together gave everyone enough time to adjust emotionally. Parenting even one adopted child involves major life changes, bonding periods, and emotional transitions. Critics wondered if the family took on too much too quickly, while supporters countered that only the parents themselves could decide what was right for their family. And, of course, the internet being the internet, some comments were simply rooted in misunderstanding or prejudice. Sadly, families who share their lives publicly often become targets for criticism no matter what they do. Jen and Bill were open about the challenges they faced as little people, as parents, and as a couple in the spotlight. Yet, instead of empathy, some corners of the internet used their adoption story to spread negativity or make unfair assumptions about their motives. Despite all the debates, there's one thing most people agree on. Will and Zoe have thrived with Jen and Bill. Over the years, viewers have watched them grow, celebrate milestones, and become happy, confident kids surrounded by love and support. For many fans, this outcome speaks louder than any criticism ever could. Whatever opinions people held about the adoption process itself, the results, a strong, united family, are hard to argue against. So why does this story still divide the internet even today? Probably because it touches on so many sensitive topics all at once: adoption ethics, cultural identity, disability representation, privacy in the age of reality TV, and the role of public opinion in personal family decisions. Everyone brings their own beliefs, experiences, and biases to these conversations, which is why no single perspective will ever satisfy everyone. In the end, Jen and Bill's adoption journey sparked important discussions that go far beyond one family or one TV show. It made people think about what adoption means, what challenges families face, and how love can look different in every home. Whether you agree or disagree with how they shared their story, there's no denying that the little couple opened the door to. These two siblings have a knack for turning the simplest situations into unforgettable moments, and their personalities couldn't be more different yet perfectly complementary. Will, with his adventurous spirit, and Zoe, with her quick wit and charm, make every family moment on screen feel like the best kind of comedy show you didn't even know you needed. From the moment they appear, it's clear that Will and Zoe have mastered the art of capturing attention without even trying. Whether they're reacting to something their parents say, turning a serious conversation into a comedy sketch with a single expression, or jumping headfirst into a new experience with zero hesitation, they deliver entertainment gold. Fans have come to expect the unexpected because with these two, the laughs just keep coming. One of the things that makes Will and Zoe so lovable is their authenticity. Nothing about their humor feels forced. They don't set out to be funny, they just are. Like the time Zoe gave her mom the sassiest side eye when asked to clean her room, followed by a dramatic sigh that could rival any award-winning actress. Or when Will tried to help his dad with a simple task but somehow managed to turn it into a mini disaster that ended in giggles all around. These moments remind viewers that life with kids isn't always perfect, but it sure can be hilarious. What's even better is how Will and Zoe balance each other out. Will tends to be the fearless one, ready to jump into new adventures, whether it's learning a sport, trying a new food, or exploring a new place. He has this wide-eyed curiosity that leads to some of the funniest slip-ups and surprises. Like the time he decided he was going to be the family chef and ended up creating a masterpiece in the kitchen that looked more like a science experiment gone wrong. Instead of being upset, the whole family, including Zoe, who couldn't stop laughing, turned it into one of those legendary memories fans still talk about. Zoe, on the other hand, has this sharp sense of humor and comedic timing beyond her years. She knows exactly when to deliver the perfect one-liner or roll her eyes at her brother's antics, making every moment twice as funny. She has a way of reacting to situations that makes viewers think, This kid is going to be a star. Like the time Will tried to explain something complicated to her and she just looked at him like, "Yeah, sure, buddy," before delivering a zinger that had everyone cracking up. Another reason fans adore these laugh-out-loud moments is because they feel so real and relatable. Parenting is messy, childhood is unpredictable, and family life rarely goes as planned. Jen and Bill, as parents, embrace this chaos with humor and grace, which gives Will and Zoe the perfect environment to shine. When things go hilariously off the rails, like during a family game night that turned way more competitive than expected, it's Will and Zoe who take center stage, turning minor mishaps into major comedy gold. What's truly remarkable is how these kids bring lightness even to episodes with heavier topics. The little couple has covered everything from major surgeries to big life transitions, and yet Will and Zoe have this gift of showing that laughter can exist even in tough times. Their natural humor doesn't downplay the seriousness when it's there, but it reminds viewers that joy and resilience often come hand in hand. Fans often say that some of the most heartwarming moments are when the kids unintentionally break the tension with something so innocent yet so funny that everyone ends up smiling. Social media can't get enough of them either. Every time a clip of Will dancing like nobody's watching or Zoe delivering another sassy remark hits the internet, it spreads like wildfire. Viewers share these moments not just because they're cute, but because they reflect the real, unfiltered life of a family that loves, laughs, and sometimes just rolls with the chaos. People see themselves in these moments. Parents recognize the same looks from their own kids, siblings relate to the playful teasing, and families everywhere appreciate the reminder that imperfection can be downright hilarious. What makes all of this even better is watching Will and Zoe grow over the years while keeping that same infectious humor. As they take on bigger challenges, school projects, hobbies, even just learning about the world, they still bring the same lighthearted energy that made fans fall in love with them in the first place. Watching them evolve from little kids into confident, funny individuals has been like following the best kind of coming-of-age comedy, where every chapter has its own unforgettable punchlines. And it's not just about the big, obvious moments. Sometimes it's the smallest things, like Zoe's dramatic reactions when something doesn't go her way or Will's mischievous grin right before he does something silly, that leave viewers laughing the hardest. These subtle bits of humor sneak up on you and suddenly become the highlights of entire episodes. Fans often rewatch these clips just to catch every little expression and remark they might have missed the first time. At the end of the day, Will and Zoe remind everyone that family life is full of unexpected comedy. Things break, plans change, kids say the wildest things, and in between all the chaos, there's so much joy. They show that laughter isn't just entertainment, it's the glue that keeps a family close, the spark that turns ordinary days into extraordinary memories. And the honesty they bring to their show and social media. But recently, a surprising and emotional moment caught everyone's attention. It wasn't just about Jen Arnold's surgery or her recovery journey, it was about Bill Klein himself. When Bill revealed a shocking scar connected to the aftermath of Jen's surgery, fans were left speechless. The update wasn't just about Jen's health anymore. It became a powerful reminder of the strength and resilience that this couple continues to show the world. Let's dive into what really happened, why the scar left fans stunned, and what this means for both Bill and Jen as they continue to face life's challenges with courage and openness. For years, viewers have followed the lives of Jen Arnold and Bill Klein on their reality series The Little Couple. From medical struggles to adoption journeys, from career milestones to personal moments, the couple has shared so much with their audience. One of the most talked about aspects of their story has always been Jen's health battles. Living with skeletal dysplasia comes with unique medical complications, and Jen has never hidden the fact that surgeries and hospital visits have been a part of her life. Recently, Jen underwent another major surgery, one that fans knew was serious but didn't expect to have so many emotional layers attached to it. Bill, as always, was by her side, offering his humor, love, and unwavering support. But this time, things took a surprising turn when Bill himself revealed a scar, something fans didn't see coming. The reveal happened during a recovery update. Fans were expecting to see Jen talking about how she was healing, what the doctors said, and how soon she might get back to her normal routine. But instead, Bill stepped forward and shared something deeply personal. He showed a scar on his body, one that told a story of its own. It wasn't just a random injury or an old medical mark. This scar symbolized the emotional and physical toll the entire experience had taken on him as well. Bill explained that while Jen was the one undergoing surgery, he had been battling his own stress and health issues behind the scenes. At one point, the anxiety and exhaustion caught up with him physically. He ended up needing medical attention himself, leading to a small procedure that left the scar fans saw. For a man who often hides his worries behind humor and keeps the spotlight on his wife's courage, this was a raw and unfiltered moment. The reaction from fans was immediate. Social media lit up with messages of love, support, and admiration for both Bill and Jen. People praised Bill for his honesty, for showing that caregivers and loved ones also carry heavy emotional burdens during medical crises. Many commented that scars, whether physical or emotional, tell stories of survival, love, and resilience. What made the moment even more powerful was how Bill handled it. True to his personality, he joked about it first, making light of the situation in a way only he can. He called it his battle mark, connecting it to the long nights at the hospital, the endless worrying, and the pressure of staying strong for the entire family. But then he turned serious and admitted that sometimes people forget how hard it is for loved ones who stand by patients through difficult medical journeys. It was a moment of vulnerability that fans rarely see from Bill, and it struck a chord with everyone watching. Jen, of course, was touched by the whole thing. She thanked Bill publicly, saying that his strength, even when things got tough, was what kept her going. She acknowledged that her surgery and recovery were not just her battles, they were family battles. Every doctor's visit, every sleepless night, every scary moment was something they faced together. And now, even Bill's scar had become part of their story. The recovery update wasn't all heavy emotions, though. Bill and Jen made sure to share some good news as well. Jen's surgery had gone well, and her doctors were optimistic about her progress. She was slowly getting back to her routines, spending time with their kids and focusing on physical therapy. The family even shared some light-hearted moments at home, proving that humor and love remained at the center of everything they do. Still, the image of Bill's scar stayed with fans long after the update ended. It became more than just a medical detail. It was a reminder of how real, raw, and unpredictable life can be. For years, fans have admired the little couple for showing authentic family moments instead of scripted drama. This was one of those moments. It showed that even when cameras stop rolling, life continues to throw challenges, and this family continues to face them head-on. Experts have often talked about how spouses and caregivers of patients sometimes neglect their own health while focusing on their loved ones. Bill's story brought attention to this issue in a way people could relate to. Viewers commented that it made them think about their own families, their own struggles, and the importance of self-care even when caring for someone else. As for Bill, he assured everyone that he was fine and recovering well. He even joked that he and Jen now had matching battle stories, hers from surgery and his from the emotional roller coaster of being by her side. It was a beautiful way to show unity, humor, and love despite the challenges. Moving forward, both Bill and Jen say they're focusing on healing, family time, and appreciating the small moments. They've always believed in turning struggles into learning experiences, and this was no different. Their children, Will and Zoe, continue to bring joy and laughter into their lives, reminding them daily why they keep pushing forward with strength and optimism. In the end, the shocking scar reveal wasn't just about a mark on Bill Klein's body. It was about the invisible scars people carry when facing tough times. It was about the love between a husband and wife, the resilience of a family, and the courage to share even the most vulnerable moments with the world. Has been filled with love, hope, and resilience, but also with moments that have tested them emotionally. Recently, the couple shared a deeply personal experience involving their daughter Zoe, and it has left many viewers feeling both heartbroken and inspired. It wasn't about medical struggles or the usual parenting hurdles. Instead, it was about something far more emotional, a painful rejection that Zoe had to face and how her parents stood by her side through it all. For years, fans have watched Zoe grow up on screen, from the time she was adopted from India to becoming the bright, fun-loving, and confident young girl she is today. But as every parent knows, growing up isn't always easy. Children face disappointments, setbacks, and sometimes rejection, whether it comes from friends, school situations, or other social circles. For Jen and Bill, watching Zoe go through such a moment was incredibly hard, and they decided to open up about it so that other parents would know they're not alone when similar challenges come their way. Jen shared that the incident happened when Zoe was excited about a new opportunity. She had put herself out there, full of enthusiasm and hope, only to be turned down. For a child, especially one still finding her place in the world, rejection can feel overwhelming. Can make them question their worth, their abilities, and even their friendships. Zoe, who is usually so full of life and confidence, was crushed. Seeing their daughter in tears broke Jen and Bill's hearts. Bill admitted that as a father, his first instinct was to protect his daughter from everything painful in the world. He wanted to fix it, to make the hurt go away instantly. But as any parent learns over time, sometimes you can't fix it. You can only be there, offering comfort and guidance while your child processes their feelings. Bill explained that one of the hardest parts of parenting is realizing you can't shield your kids from every disappointment. Instead, you have to teach them how to cope, how to learn, and how to come out stronger on the other side. Jen, being both a mother and a doctor, approached the situation with compassion but also with wisdom. She talked openly about how rejection is a universal experience, something every child and adult will face at some point in life. She and Bill wanted Zoe to understand that this one no did not define her. Didn't mean she wasn't good enough or worthy enough. It just meant this particular opportunity or situation wasn't the right fit at the moment. Still, watching Zoe cry and feel that sting of rejection was gut-wrenching. Jen admitted that as a mom, it took everything in her not to cry right along with her daughter. When kids hurt, parents hurt twice as much. You feel their pain deeply because all you want is for your child to be happy and confident. Couple revealed that they spent a lot of time talking to Zoe afterward, helping her name her feelings and work through them. They told her stories about times when they, too, had faced rejection, times in their careers, their personal lives, and even on their journey to becoming parents. Jen shared how, before adopting Will and Zoe, they had faced many disappointments in trying to build their family. There were setbacks, failed attempts, and moments of deep sadness. Yet, in the end, those experiences led them to the children they were meant to have. Bill explained to Zoe that sometimes rejection isn't the end of the story, it's just a redirection to something better. First, Zoe didn't want to hear any of it. Like many kids her age, she just wanted the pain to go away. But slowly, as the days passed, she began to understand what her parents were saying. Jen and Bill also spoke about the importance of resilience. They want both Will and Zoe to grow up knowing that life won't always go according to plan, but that doesn't mean they should stop trying or give up on their dreams. Resilience, they believe, is one of the most important qualities any child can develop. It helps them face the ups and downs of life without losing hope or confidence. To help Zoe move forward, the family focused on activities that reminded her of her strengths and passions. They encouraged her to keep trying new things, to stay involved in hobbies and schoolwork she loved, and to surround herself with friends who supported her. Slowly but surely, Zoe began to smile again. One thing Jen and Bill emphasized was that rejection doesn't mean you're not enough. It doesn't define your worth. They wanted Zoe to know that the opinions or decisions of others do not change who she is, a smart, kind, and talented young girl with so much to offer the world. As they shared this story publicly, Jen and Bill admitted that at first they wondered whether to keep it private. After all, no parent wants to see their child hurt, and they didn't want Zoe to feel embarrassed. But they realized that talking about it could help other families going through similar situations. Rejection is something everyone faces, yet it's often not discussed openly, especially when it comes to kids. By sharing Zoe's story, they hope to start a conversation about how families can support their children during tough times. Fans responded with an outpouring of love and support for Zoe and the entire family. Many parents commented that they had been through the same thing with their own kids, whether it was rejection from a sports team, a friend group, or a school activity. Hearing Jen and Bill talk about it so honestly made them feel less alone. In the end, Jen and Bill believe the experience taught Zoe an important life lesson. That setbacks are temporary, and they don't define who you are. They can hurt in the moment, but they also help you grow stronger and prepare you for even bigger opportunities in the future. Today, Zoe is doing well. She has bounced back with the same energy and enthusiasm fans have always loved about her. Her parents couldn't be prouder of how she handled